Haven't looked at Verasity in quite a while, and I know a lot of people still like it. One thing I can say about Verasity as I'm pulling up the chart here is their new tokenomics outlook. It did have a positive vibe to it, the way it was written, but that doesn't mean the information therein is bullish. So anybody who is a fan of VRA, you need to look at it, because what a feedback of a few people were, and again, I don't know the credibility of these sources, whom I'm about ready to paraphrase / quote. I don't know the validity of it, but I need you as a viewer of this, if you like Verasity, to listen to what I'm about to say. A couple of the feedbacks were, it's essentially become, they scrapped their plan for doing proof of view and have become an ecosystem for NFT crap. That is, and I've seen a few people say that the new release of tokenomics and the new plan, it almost looks as if their original idea of what they were wanting to do with, their marketing of, we have a patent, it almost looks like they're not planning on doing that anymore. Like they tried that business avenue, didn't work. Oh, what's next? Okay, NFT space or something to that effect. But I don't know the validity of that. So please, if you're planning on trying to get this during the bear market, I want you to understand the validity of that and understand the new tokenomics and the new stuff they released. I'm not a fundamentalist, so I didn't spend my time, and I got 4 kids. I can't do that shit anymore. But I can't look at fundamentals all the time. All right, Verasity. I mean, this green line looks, I don't know, fairly obvious to me. How big of a drop would that be? 70% from current price. 98%. That looks about right. It might come up shy of that. It might stop at this. I thought... Wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. I thought I had... Yeah, there you go. That makes more sense. I did. Okay, good. I was going to say, it could be a little... Yeah, I think it will stop here. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is a little much. I was like, 70% from current price is a little too much. Yeah, this is my guess. Now, a more bearish guess would be down here. This would be the ultimate bearish. Right at exactly a tenth of a penny. A tenth. 0.001. 0.001. That would be a very bearish one. But 0.002... I think around here, 0.002 is a pretty obvious area. 0.019 area is just this box. Looks like where the bottom's going to be. Now, short-term time frame stuff, let me take this back off. Yep. And delete that. That's a horrible channel. Before I started making them sexier. I'll keep the origin lines on. I might have to increase the origin lines like so. Yikes. Man. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at this another way, this is November. In order for that... Man, maybe it's not obvious. Shit. So if the bottom is in November, which is, I think, earlier than what my real guess is, that means this is going to go sideways for a long time. By force, or up, then back down and essentially sideways. So essentially, yeah, sideways for a long time. And I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe if capitulation happened real hard, real soon, and Bitcoin went down to 14 or 10K by August. The only way that this would be the bottom is if Bitcoin has a strong capitulatory event soon, I would say before September 1st, so in the next 2 months, or month and a half, actually. Yeah, month and a half. That's only a month and a half. Wow. Oof. Getting old makes the time freaking fly. But anyway, yeah, then a capitulation of it would have to happen within the next 45 to 50 days in order for this box to hold up. The chances of that are not horrible, but if this were the box, that is a that is a necessity of this being the bottom. And if you don't see that happen, then you need to realize that Verasity is probably coming down to a penny. if we don't get a strong capitulatory event within the next 15 days, in which Verasity could come down and bounce off this and then go sideways, okay, that can work. But if Bitcoin keeps going sideways without a capitulation of it, this will keep bleeding. Like this could probably continue going down as Bitcoin goes sideways. And then Bitcoin capitulates and boom, it comes way down here to a penny. So I kind of take back that this is still a really good target, this box, the red zone, but I think I am going to renege on what I was mentioning earlier about it being obvious. So short-term time frames, let's see if it got 3 strikes. No, it did not get 3 strikes. I don't know. It looks like people are kind of bailing on this coin is what this price action's telling me. This looks like bot trading to me, or a lot of wash trading. I don't think real people are really dealing with this. I wouldn't, gosh, I don't know if I would piss with this on small term time frames trying to trade it or anything. I wouldn't try this on futures, which I actually think is on futures now, which is stupid. Something this small of cap should not be traded on futures. Just absolutely ridiculous. But and plus you wouldn't have any volume. You wouldn't have any liquidity. You wouldn't be able to get in and out of positions. So I wouldn't try it there, and I wouldn't try it on spot. This doesn't look good. But if I had to make a guess, I mean, the most bullish thing I could see is coming back and getting rejected by this origin line because it had a double failure pattern and never got rejected. So it could have a nice little rally. If Bitcoin were to have a rally here, this could go up 20% easily, and that would take you to about 5 cents. I could see that happening in the short-term time frame, and it meets with this horizontal over here by all these wicks down, right, and this wick up. It aligns with that pretty well. Let's put a box there. Lines with that area. So wick down, wick down, wick up, wick up. So wick up meets with this wick down. This wick up meets with that wick down. Yeah, and that's right in the middle. So I can see it coming to 5 cents if Bitcoin allows it to. Because this is bleeding versus Bitcoin. So Bitcoin would have to go up beyond 21K, probably in the 22Ks in order for that to happen. Bitcoin would have to have a serious bounce actually from here for that to happen. But if it doesn't happen, then what's most likely is that it stays. Man, this is bad. This is really bad. Gosh. I would say it would stay somewhere close to this trajectory there on either side of it. So let's go like this. So if Bitcoin does not get a great bounce, I think most of price action will fit in this line for an extended period of time. So mostly inside of it, sometimes get above it, mostly inside, sometimes get below it, something to that effect. I would just kind of do a rotated rectangle through the middle of, so since the last big drop there, okay, big drop. So since then you can see that the speed with which it fell was greater here, and now the speed with which it's falling is a little less. So this angle here versus this angle, see, it's a lot less. See that? But it'll probably maintain in this trajectory. And yeah, so draw a rotated rectangle from May of 2022 and kind of, pause the screen and make it look like this. And I'm on the 2-hour time frame. And again, that goes back to May of 2022, and most of price action will probably stay in there. But if it does go above, I gave you the exact area of where it'll probably go.